Hola, everyone. Welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, your host de Café con Leche every Friday. Here's what's coming up in today's show. First up, we speak with photographer Lisa Dubois, whose images highlight the cultural and ethnic diversity of New York City. After that, we speak to award-winning director, producer, and actor Juancho Rodriguez about his artistic journey within the film industry and his upcoming projects. And lastly, this week's Open Artist Spotlight shines on JK, a rising hip-hop artist from El Barrio, with a performance at the end of the show. So sit back y prepárate. All this and more is headed your way because now we are officially open. Hey everyone, welcome to Open. I'm Rina Valentin, your host y Café con Leche. For the next hour, inviting you to get social with us online, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV, or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, don't forget, while you're there, follow moi on FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, Threads, LinkedIn at Rina Valentin. Our first guest today is a local New York native who is an ethnographic photojournalist and diversity advisor for the Social Documentary Network. Her photographic work focuses on subcultures that are part of society as a whole. Numerous notable galleries, both domestically and internationally, have showcased her work from Harlem to India and Italy. She is also a contributor for Getty Images and Loop Art. Everyone, please welcome Lisa Dubois.
Hello.
I should say welcome back.
Yes.
I mean, that's what almost a decade gets you, right?
Yeah. Well, 7 years.
Oh, right. I know. It was 2017. Yeah. We're in 2025.
Let's not rush it.
Oh, right. But welcome back.
Thank you.
A lot has happened.
It's good to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you on.
Thank
the
you
work
for
that
inviting
you're doing
me.
is phenomenal.
Thank you.
It is so phenomenal. I'm so excited to share it with our audience. And you know, I want to say more than anything, it's really inspirational and hopeful to see a photographer thrive in their field, which you seem to be doing.
I'm happy with what I do. That's what's so important, that you're happy, right, with what you're doing.
So before we get into the style of your artwork, let's talk a little bit about the journey of sustaining yourself as a photographer.
Okay. So in terms of...
So, you know, when you think of photography, right, most people kind of assume that it's a side job. And
right.
You have been able
right.
to make your career out of this, live off of it, also create your own niche, which we're going to discuss in a little bit. And so I just want to provide some insight as to what that journey has been.
It's been an interesting journey, and as each year progresses, my whole outlook towards photography and my relationship to the camera has changed. As I was mentioning earlier, when I first started photography, I was so excited to shoot celebrities. It was so fun and exciting. But, you know, the camera and myself have developed a relationship. And I've grown, and the country has grown, too. And so as that has happened, you know, my interests have changed. I do a lot of work on spirituality, as you know, because we did something like that on that together. And
right. Well, we discussed that in 2017 when we were here on behalf of Enfoco.
Right. So I'm very attracted to that type of work. I do the fire hose baptism in Harlem every year. I go out to Coney Island when we do the tribute to the ancestors. I've photographed in New Orleans voodoo women, and in Cuba as well. So that's the spiritual, there's many different sides of photography, but that's one of them. And like right now, I'm focusing more on culture because I've been working on this 10-year project, so.
Yeah, and so speaking of culture, you actually capture a lot of it in parades as well, right?
Absolutely. Actually, people don't realize that in New York City, there are literally over 40 parades. And a lot of them, I would say about 30 of them, are culture parades. So you could literally be in New York City, go to some of these parades, and get a real feel for different places around the world, even if you don't travel. So that's one of the things that excites me about it, and being able to see the regalia and, all the different traditional dancing is so exciting.
Well, we just showed a few of your images, and I just wondered, in your capture, right? Do you focus primarily on the subject, the color, the story, the elements? Because your eye is really phenomenal. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. I could just sit there and look at all
You mean
of your
parades
images
in itself?
Yeah, because I noticed that you've been using the sky a lot lately. I mean, I know you use the different elements, but for some reason, in a lot of the images that I was watching, or I was looking at, I should say, the sky seemed to be very prominent in your images.
Well, if I have the opportunity to include this, if the sky complements what I'm photographing, it'll definitely be used. But as far as photographing parades, the parade dictates in a way a little bit my style for that parade. Each parade has a different persona, like every parade has a different aura, like for instance, like the Sikh parade, which are people in India in a particular religion. When I'm walking down the street in the parade, people are praying. People are praying. I mean, that's the difference between going to that parade and, let's say, another parade, any other parade. And they also usually have the parades in the area where most of the people from that culture reside, like the Brazilian parade is in the Brazilian district, India parade, so on, Dominican parade here in the Bronx, which was wonderful this year that I went to. So that was wild,
Yeah. Oh, look, we're looking at an image that has the sky as the backdrop, and you captured a helicopter in motion.
Can I just mention that particular image was done at the Caribbean parade, and the reason why the sky is so prominent, they're on stilts. They are on stilts. So in order for me to photograph them, I had to go way up in that.
But you also caught the helicopter.
The helicopter
in
because
motion.
because they were they monitor because there's been shootings.
Right, unfortunately, in the Caribbean parade. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But we're going to stay in a happy place, and we're going to talk a little bit about your journey, right? Well, we are talking about your journey, but the profound aspect of your journey, because you did share something with me prior to getting on camera that I think would be interesting for our audience to learn about you and your development.
Yeah, I don't normally discuss it very much. I mean, you're talking about the coma.
Yeah.
So when I was 19, I was in a coma for 4 months, and I had encephalitis and meningitis at the same time, and they told me I was lucky to be alive because usually people die, when they have that. So I feel so grateful. Here it is, many, many years later, and I feel so grateful. But during that time, it's hard to go, I can't go into that now, but I went on my own. I was on my own little journey while I was in the coma.
Internally,
yeah. And so when I I went different places in that time period. And when I came out, I had to really readjust. I had to readjust to society because I had been sort of out of existence for a little while. And then because of my experience, I became very interested in metaphysics, which I went after that and got a degree in metaphysics. And you could see it, I guess you can see it in my work, where it shows up in my work.
It's very visible in your work. That's why I feel it's important that we share it with our viewers. And I love your delicate way of describing your experience.
Well, I'm expressing it that now, but probably years ago when it happened, it was a different thing. I had to really relearn. I just had to, learn how to live again. And I'm just so happy that here it is,
The reason I'm bringing it up is because it has, in some form, guided you to what you do right now. Because the work that you capture, which is so important, right? Because you are basically documenting the different cultures that really comprise New York City.
Absolutely. And Rena, I realized I had started photographing parades and like for different online platforms. And somewhere along the line, I realized how really, and I'm not kidding, how really, we always say this, how lucky we are to live here. This is the only place in the United States that celebrates every culture of the people that live here, and that is phenomenal in itself. That just that fact alone, you know. And so when I realized how really unique that is, just to be living in all of this culture,
like every year,
like immersed.
Yeah, right. And every year, it's a new experience, and it's just a part of New York.
It is a part of New York, but that's what separates us from the rest of the United States. Not only the United States, but it really separates us from everywhere else in the world. Because there is no other place in the world that is like New York that celebrates so many different cultures. And that's why I love it so much. That's why I continue to photograph, even if I'm tired. If it's raining, I mean, the Dominican parade, there was raining so hard that day, but I got out there and, you know, you capture something different too when it's raining. It's a different sort of vibe, you know?
Yeah, you're committed. You're committed.
I'm committed,
yeah. I'll capture the rain too if I have to.
Exactly.
Which is a beautiful thing. Now, you also work for like commercial like companies such as Getty, and you're also working with galleries. Like, how do you differentiate the mindset in the way you capture?
Well, first of all, I just want to mention for Social Documentary Network, that is an online platform for photographers all around the world. So I get to see the work of people in various different places. That's so important, and I just want to let your audience know also that they could go on, it'll be on the end, they can go on, and photographers, if they want to submit their work, because one of the strengths of Social Documentary Network is that we do have unique stories from all different people from all over the world. So that's one aspect of work that you've seen some of that work. And then like Getty is a contributing, so that's a different situation. And then, you know, any newspaper outlets or whatever that I can, you know, send my work to, that's a whole different thing. So I do have to think when I'm photographing parades, I have to decide like, certain people want certain things, and then I also want to photograph for myself because I like candids. I really like street photography too, and candids, catching people in the moment, you know, as well as the structured, you know, the marching bands and all of that. Like, I'm gonna catch you on your float in January.
Yeah, baby, the Bronx Halloween parade on the Grand Marshal, mi gente.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know what you're gonna wear, but I'm gotta see it.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear either. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm looking forward to having a Lisa Dubois photo.
I'm gonna get it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So no, but keep going, because here's the thing. I want them to understand that you have been able to source your work, you know, in different ways, so that you're able to generate revenue while doing what you love.
Yeah, and I also do portraits as well for people, and I just think that like each photographer has to use what they have in, you know, whatever that is, whatever their strengths are. I mean, like as a female, indigenous female, I can go into certain areas that some other people can't. I can communicate. And then over the years, I've learned how to communicate with the most difficult people and the most joyous people, and I just learn, you know, by interacting with people all the time, and it's just really great. So
what fulfills you the most in what you do?
What fulfills me the most is a couple of things. Historically, I'm sort of a pseudo historian.
Yes,
like
you are.
I really am. Like I love history. So it does give me some pleasure and satisfaction knowing that, like, hopefully 100 years from now, people will look back on these photographs, because that's how I think, you know, like in terms of the future. and people will see like exactly what was happening here in New York for the parade photography. You know, they can actually see what was happening, and all the other photographs that I've taken in other places, that they can look back and see how that's what ethnographic is, to going back to this. I like going back to the same places and see how people have grown, see how things have changed. I mean, we all know like what it feels like to go out and see a store that's closed, or that, you know, something new has opened, and, you know, because of time.
Right.
You know, just because of time.
Right.
So I like being around people.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of like feel like I can live vicariously through them sometimes if I'm at a particular event that I normally wouldn't be at, but I can feel the energy, you know, and that gives me a lot of strength.
And then you capture it. And so, right, and then you capture it because that's what you're capturing.
Right.
Right? You're capturing a lot of spirits, really.
Right.
I mean, yes, there's the subject and then there's the essence of
and
the
then
subject.
it stays with me. Like, it's like I literally can remember things, you know, that happened through my photography as well.
That's beautiful. That's so poetic in the way you just shared it. And so before we go, I really want them to learn about this book that you're developing.
Right. So I am, like I said a little bit earlier, I think it's so important as a, like, sort of photo historian. Like, I just think it's really important at this time right now in our country, all of the different changes that have happened. There's like rapid changing, rapid. And so like, I don't even know in another 5 years, like what the parade scene is gonna look like. It's already changed in ways that, you know, I don't really need to go into right now, but I want to make sure that I have this collection, which is 10 years of photographing off and on different parades. And when I say over 40 parades, I don't mean I went out 40 times. I mean 40 different parades.
In 10 years.
Over 40, yeah.
Over 40.
Over 40, just in New York alone.
Right.
And that doesn't have anything to do with the subculture in New Orleans. That's just New York alone. So some of those I don't consider cultural parades, like the Halloween parade in New York City. Right. I don't consider that a cultural parade. You know, the Thanksgiving parade, I don't consider that a cultural parade. But like every other parade, the Hispanic parade, even the dance parade is a super culture parade because they have dance groups from all over the world.
I know, it's one of the most colorful parades.
Amazing.
I know.
I love that parade.
Me too. I
love that
participated
parade
as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a parade lover too. I'm just not out there capturing it like you are.
Yeah. Well, it's much rougher walking than it is sitting on a float. Like, trust me.
I'm not bragging.
I walk at least like 3 or 4 miles because I'm walking back and forth. You know,
and
I don't like to. I can't stand in one spot.
Yeah, well, that's how you stay in shape too.
Please.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing this all here.
Thank
again.
you.
Congratulations on all of your growth and all of your endeavors and your upcoming projects, and we look forward to having you back on when that book is finalized.
Thank you, my dear. I really appreciate it.
All right, Lisa Dubois, everybody. Once again, if you're interested in learning more about Lisa's photography, you can visit DuboisPhotoArt.com and on IG, Lisa Dubois_photography. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return.
going to start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express that? Thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
We are the Eco Leaders. We learned that everything starts with ourselves, then we have to educate ourselves, then we have to build community and use our imagination.
There's a new channel to explore, and it's bringing the classics back to life. During the day, relive the BronxNet originals that sparked conversations and built community. At night, dive into the hip-hop throwbacks that defined a generation. One destination, two powerful lineups. Now playing on Optimum Channel 952, Fios 2138, and streaming at BronxNet.tv. BX Legacy, where history meets the moment.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a multi-hyphenate who founded Don Kino Entertainment, creating thought-provoking storytelling through film and media. In 2024, his music short film, Tomorrow's Waterfall, Talking in Your Sleep, starring John Leguizamo and Denise Bidot, won the Seattle Film Festival in 2024 and is now slated to return to the festival this year with an exclusive screening. Let's take a sneak peek at Tomorrow's Waterfall, Talking in Your Sleep.
You tell me that you want me. You tell me that you need me. You tell me that you love me. And I know that I'm right, 'cause I hear it in the night. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep.
That was Tomorrow's Waterfall, Talking in Your Sleep, which, as you saw, stars John Leguizamo and Denise Bidot, and is co-produced and co-directed by our next guest, who is a multifaceted, talented, celebrated as an actor, director, producer, and award-winning filmmaker. His extensive career includes writing, directing, and producing films alongside significant collaborations, in various films and television projects with John Leguizamo. He is also the founder and CEO of Don Kino Entertainment, whose slogan is "Story Moves Here." And to share more about his journey throughout the entertainment industry and his upcoming projects, we're so excited to have him back on. Please welcome Juancho Rodriguez. Hello and welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's so good to be back.
I know. I almost got a little caught with my words because this is all exciting work that you have produced.
Thank you.
The last time you were appeared on Open, which was how many years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. I was
like-
doing the math, yeah.
Yeah, you were doing a theater project.
A theater project, which was adapted into a film. So we basically were here to talk about that. But then a lot of things that happened since that time, which is exciting, obviously.
Yeah, it's very exciting, and what's really most exciting is the consciousness that you implement into the work that you choose to do, right? So, well, yes, I'm sure it's like a really big deal for you to be working with John Leguizamo, but I would imagine John Leguizamo is also working with you because of your choice of work.
Well, I would hope so. I would hope so. I mean, John is he's been a great mentor. He's been a great champion. I consider him a friend, a collaborator, and I've really just been trying to follow in his footsteps because he is a multi-hyphenate himself. I mean, he's New York's OG. Just really, let's just call it that.
Yeah,
right? And
really.
He's really become a beacon for me, and I appreciate not only his mentorship, but also the inspiration that he gives me every single day.
And so, with that being said, this particular film that we just saw, it's a short music film, right?
Yes, we call it a music short. It's actually, I mean, obviously it's a music video, music short because we're actually telling a story. And I started working with Tomorrow's Waterfall, which is a new musical project, and that's their debut single. It's a cover of the Romantics' Talking in Your Sleep from the 80s, and he, along with his producer, John Mark Painter, completely changed the way to show the song through different musical elements and different productions. And when he came to me with this idea, let's really work on this music video, I said, let's do it. What can we do that's interesting? Then I paired up with Ashley Monet, who's my co-director and who also helped me produce the film, and we realized, I think we have something special here. Let's get John involved, let's get Denise involved. And the music video has been extremely popular. It's gone through its festival round. We did a special presentation of it in Miami last year. And this year, actually, it's in the middle of its run, of an anniversary run at the Seattle Film Festival.
Wow, that's beautiful. Congratulations. I love the angle too, right? Because you actually have it going through the film festival circuit. So it's recognized as a short film.
Yeah.
Not a music video.
Exactly. I mean, it is a music video in essence, but to me, it tells a story, and it does more than just show music with video. So I think music short is very appropriate.
Yeah, and it's also therapeutic. By the same time, not only in sound, in the messaging.
Yeah.
In the messaging of them having their own, I guess, indifferences.
Comeuppance, yes.
Yes.
So the idea behind it, which is interesting, the idea behind it is that, we have a couple that is, their relationship is fractured.
Right.
And then we see their different perspectives. Then Tomorrow's Waterfall, the artist, he plays as both the artist and the therapist, and then at the end they come together. So we wanted to, explore that relationship, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's actually a message that's very relevant right now in society, just in general. And also the way it's sang, it resonated with me, and it's now renting space in my head since I started doing extensive research on it.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you so
and
much.
to you, Juancho. I mean, the work that you're doing is phenomenal. I know you have a play coming up that you're going to be performing in. But before we get to that, I also want to talk a little bit about your involvement with Leguizamo Does America, which has had an amazing run on MSNBC. And so, what level of involvement have you had in that?
So I was part of the show for season 1, and I was John's go-to guy, basically just getting him prepped, ready to go before every single segment. We traveled the country. Season 1, we touched on 6 cities. Then last year, I think it was 2024. We got picked up for a second season, and we traveled 6 more cities. And really, the crux of the show is spotlighting Latino culture, and most specifically Latino contribution in the United States. Something, as a Latino myself, obviously, I've always understood, or I've had the idea that Latinos only live in certain pockets in the country. And through this show, I myself learned, by doing the work with the producers and obviously with John, that we are everywhere.
Right.
We contribute so much to many different cities. It's not only New York, Miami, LA. We went to Raleigh. I was not expecting the Latino community to be so big in Raleigh, and really not only creating roots, but propelling stories and their own vision for the country. So it's just been wonderful, really, just seeing Latinos being celebrated throughout the country.
And not only that, sustaining their culture. despite of where they're relocated.
Yes.
Right, which is what he's been finding, also with an indigenous undertone.
Always.
Yes, I know. I love it. I love the work that he's doing. I love the work that you're doing. So I wanted to make sure that our viewers understand that we're out there. We're out there,
are out there.
not only on the airwaves, but throughout the United States. And we are a huge contribution to
100%.
the United States. And it is by the way, Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah.
So, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Comes together like that. Yeah.
There you go. And so now let's talk about your entertainment company, Don Kino, right? Let's talk about the name first, and then all the services that you offer. Because when I started combing through it, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Like, you might be a godsend to a lot of individuals. So I want to know how you're able to sort that through as well.
Yes, of course. So Don Kino, I started it back in 2019, back when I lived in Miami. I'm Colombian. I was born and raised in Colombia. Then I moved to the United States when I was very little. And Miami was basically home base. Miami still is home. But I moved to New York right before the pandemic, which was interesting. Before I moved to New York, I wanted to start what at the time was just a shingle, in essence, right? Shingle to be able to foster my own projects.
Right.
When I moved to New York, I started really seeing, post-pandemic obviously, and really through the pandemic also, that there's a lot of voices and a lot of creatives that need support, that need collaborators. A lot of people have ideas, but they don't really have the vehicle through which to actually get those ideas
The guidance
out there.
and the resources.
Exactly. So that's what I wanted to do with the company. I mean, I've been mentored by John, I've been mentored by other producers, and I've really learned the lay of the land of what it takes to get a project from inception all the way through distribution, right? And then I realized, you know what, I want to do this with other creatives. I don't want to do this for myself. I don't want this to be some sort of vehicle for myself alone. Let's see how we can get other people. So what I do is a little bit of everything, really. If you come to me with an idea, then I tell you, okay, this idea can work. It can work for this demographic. Let's really set up a budget. How can we schedule it? What kind of talent can we go after? And I work with every kind of medium. I mean, if it's a music video, obviously that works. If it's a feature film, we can do that. If it's a short film, we can do that. Any type of media project that somebody wants to come to me and needs assistance, needs mentorship, needs collaboration, that's what Don Kino is for. For Don Kino, and for me specifically, as the tagline says, story moves here. Why? What I've noticed in the last really 10 years is that entertainment has sort of taken a turn towards branding and towards what's viral, what can be social media hit.
Right.
To me, story is everything.
Right.
Hence the tagline.
Yes.
If it's a good story, it's worth telling.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't want to have an agenda. I really want to champion good stories.
Right.
Don Kino as the name, interestingly enough, I actually realized this when I was already, I think it was probably in my late teens. My grandfather, he produced the first color film in South America. His production company was called Don Boyer. Don't ask me where that name came from. But I wanted to pay homage to that
That's
name.
sweet.
Obviously, Don is beginning and Kino is moving. And I realized, you know what? I think I have something here. People always ask me where the name comes from, and I think, the connecting roots to the name, I think, works.
That's beautiful, and thank you for sharing it with
you.
us in
Thank
such
you.
detail. I love it. But this is what I love about you and your work is like everything has a meaning. Everything has some significance to something that is intentional. It's not just there for the flashiness.
Right.
Right.
No, I don't like flashy. I like intention.
Yeah, I
For
know.
sure.
It's visible. It's clear. And so that leads us into this new endeavor, right, with a Latin lover. And so here you are in the actor seat, right? So before we even go into that particular project, like how does that work for you when you decide you're going to take on a project as an actor? If you're, let's say, in the middle of doing a film, because that takes a toll on.
That is a good question. I was not an actor before I founded Don Kino. I became an actor when I moved to New York. I became an actor because I started networking with actors because I wanted to understand them, how to work with them. It was through that exploration that I just fell in love with the craft. And I've been really acting since, 2021 with different projects. And I just try to do stuff and do projects that really, again, connect to me. I don't particularly, I'm not really looking for fame or notoriety. I just really, again, want to champion stories. And what I've realized through my producerial work is a lot of paperwork, a lot of logistical sort of creation, right? Through acting, I can really get creative. I can explore sides of myself that I didn't even know I had until you get a good script and you realize, you know what, this can be interesting. And it's through that process that I realized I really want to do this. I really want to commit to it. And you can marry everything. Look, and this is a message for every creative out there. If you want, doesn't matter if you're a producer, an actor, a director, if you want to create meaningful work, you need to learn how to produce. So I think they all come together nicely. I mean, I think so.
No, I'm a multi-hyphenate myself, so I can totally relate to what you're saying. And I even want to say, like, this generation of, even with the social media and the content creators, they're in the same vein, except the story is, like you're saying, is really focused on, like, what's going to go viral.
Right.
So it becomes more of a trend-setting type of movement, which, you know, to each his own. Yeah. We need a little bit of everything. However, like yourself, I personally am drawn towards anything that has an intention behind it, and also that is culturally driven, and educational, right? So in some aspect, it's also edutainment, is what, you know, es una palabra ahí. Edutainment, tú sabes, mi gente.
Yeah.
It's like, in other words, it's like you're being entertained, but you're being educated on the DL,
Yes,
you know?
always.
Yes, yes, and so that's where it comes from, right? Where the story matters, and so the storytelling, I should say, and so. With regards to this particular character, that, right? Because is it a one-man show? No, it's a two-person show?
No, it's a full play. So the play's called Latin Lover. I auditioned for it a month and change ago, and I just fell in love with the script. I fell in love with the character. It's basically the story of Raul and Mirasol. We find each other through happenstance, and through our meeting each other, we realize that we have a lot of trauma, generational trauma from abandonment, when it particularly refers to my character. And the show really tells an interesting story about immigrants, and also what immigrants, being an immigrant myself, what we go through to be able to not only get to this country, but also make it in this country. It's a beautiful play written by Ed Jr. Cardenas. It's directed by Randy Arbujo and produced by Una Barad, who also is associated with the Public Theater. And we're doing this at LaGuardia Performing Arts Center. And it really is a beautiful story. It's a very funny play, but it's also a very profound play because it has some really interesting themes and really deep themes. The reason why I'm actually rocking the mustache is because that's one of Raul's characteristics, and I really wanted to lean into that and just really tell a story that not only connects with people, but it also raises questions. And that's my type of art. I don't want a creative to tell me their answers, just ask questions, and people will get there. So, you know, it's been wonderful. We're in the middle of rehearsals right now, and I'm excited to bring it to the world October 9th through the 11th.
Nice. And so I just love the passion that you radiate, really, just in your communication with everything that you're attached to, right?
Thank you.
And so I say that so that you can possibly share with our viewers or anybody who's watching in understanding that this is a craft. Right, and it's a craft in all its forms, be it a producer, a writer, director, and like you said, they all kind of you can be all of them, right, multi-hyphenate, and you can also separate yourself and just I guess wear one hat, and how to basically understand that one doesn't supersede the other because they all have to work in unison, right? And I say this because most people think that it's really about the stardom and the fame and the notoriety, but it takes like a unit in order to make that happen, but that's a certain mindset. So what would you leave anybody who's listening to all of the different hats that you've shared with us and all the different individuals that you've worked with and how you choose your projects, in taking into consideration that sí se puede, you know, it's possible?
I will start with that statement, sí se puede. Yes, you can do it. Look, creative endeavors are not easy, especially now in this world because there's so much stuff out there. The flip side to that is that there's so much stuff out there.
Right.
Meaning there's many platforms. If you have an idea, if you want to make something happen, you can do it. Yes, some people have more privilege than others, but I don't let that stop me, and nor should anybody else. If you have an idea, if you really want to tell a story, if you have a story to tell it. If you cannot do it alone, hence that's why you come to, hopefully you come to me, obviously, but if you want to just create community, then get a team of people involved. It is possible. It requires a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights and very early mornings. But let me tell you something, once you're in it, and once you're sort of riding that wave, ride it. It obviously, it goes up and it comes down, but you have to learn how to ride that wave. And just find inspiration from everything. Sí se puede. I think that's the perfect statement, because it is possible.
Wow. Thank you, Juancho. You're a
No,
true
thank you.
inspiration. No,
Oh,
de
thank
verdad,
you.
de verdad. I'm enjoying the, the tutorial. Que yo me estoy sentando aquí. I'm like, yes, sí se puede, sí se puede. Mira, we got Juancho here. Juancho Rodriguez, everybody.
Thank you.
Gracias, Juancho.
Thank you so much.
All right, once again, you guys, if you are interested in seeing Juancho perform, you can check out Latin Lover, which is being presented October 9th through the 11th at LaGuardia Performing Arts Center, located at 3110 Thompson Avenue, Long Island City, and that's happening in Queens. And for more info, you can visit lpac.nyc/upcoming events/Latin Lover. Now, if you want to learn more about Juancho, which it sounds like his phone is going to be ringing off the hooks. Nah, that's a lie. We're not giving out his phone number. You can just follow him on IG at Juancho, RODGZ. Once again, that's at Juancho, RODGZ. And that's, of course, you can learn more about Don Kino there as well. All right, so stay tuned. Our Open Artist Spotlight is coming up next.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. .55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. .34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit BronxNet.org to learn more.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Next up, we have from the vibrant streets of El Barrio, a new force that is rising. She's breaking barriers, smashing genres, and captivating audiences with her undeniable talent. Get ready to meet the artist who's taking over the airwaves and your playlists. After months of hard work and a whole lot of heart, she recently dropped her first studio album that takes you through adventurous sounds and lyrical heat, exploring love, triumph, sexuality, and identity. And she just wrapped up her epic Barrio tour, leaving a trail of unforgettable performances across New York City. Everyone, please welcome singer-songwriter JK. Hey.
Hey, girlie, how you doing?
Ay, Dios mío. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for them. Te ves bella. Yes.
Thanks.
Oh,
She
yeah.
tries. I woke up at 5 a.m. Let's go.
You did?
I did.
You did all of this for us?
For you.
Oh my gosh, for me.
for you.
I love it. Flattery will get you everything.
Period.
Everything, everything, everything. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A whole album.
Thank you. Yes, so
That's
much
a lot of work.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. A few years of lyrics and 4 months of hard work. the album came out. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
So, are you the writer of all?
Oh, yes,
You
I'm
wrote all the songs.
I'm definitely a lyricist. All those words are mine. The pen is mine.
The
That's
pen
me.
is yours, right? Right. That's where the power lies,
Yes,
right?
yes,
But
yes.
then there's the process of producing it. So, what was that like?
Very hot, sweaty studio sessions. So much of doubting myself, but then encouraging myself at the same time. It was just breaking.
Let's talk a
through.
little bit about that because
Yeah.
it's important. I like for us to share from this authentic, transparent place of understanding that, this is the final product,
Yeah.
but this is what it took to get there.
It was crazy, that journey, but it was fun.
Let's talk about it.
I recorded my whole album in Jersey with my producer, John Ace. So much fun. I've been working with him since one of my last singles, and
How long ago was the last single?
The last single that I worked on with him was 3 years ago, but my last single, my first rap single, that came out last year in 2024. So, jump-starting different genres.
Got it. Which is beautiful. We
Yes.
like eclectic,
Yes,
right?
it is.
And the fusion, right?
Yes, we love the fusion.
Yes.
This album is for the ADHDers who don't know what to listen to, but I have everything on that album besides country.
I love it for the ADHDers.
Yes, it's for all of us. They can't say they can't find nothing on this album. There's something for you.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that, right? Because I understand what you're referring to. It's like, you lost my interest, right? So talk to me about how that was your intention developing it.
I think that the intention was unintentional. That's just how my brain works.
Okay.
So I just put out everything that I own, that I've had in my notebooks for a couple years, and just slapped it onto this album. I kind of was not, the only thing I was really thinking about mostly was the visuals and the entertainment aspect, like the tour. But as for the album, I feel like that one naturally fell into place.
Yeah.
With everything. Just with anxiety wrapped up with it.
So what happened to you that you just made this decision to go, you know what? I'm just going to dedicate my 2 years into producing this album.
Life-changing things happen, but
Like?
things I don't disclose yet.
Okay, fine.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
But life-changing, and now she here, she queer, she doing her thing. That I was building my name up before said thing happened, and I had to do it all over again with new people, new ears. It's the same sound, just advanced, just a different JK.
Yeah, well, you know what they say? They say without breakdowns, there's no breakthrough. So you have to have breakdowns in order for the breakthrough.
You ate
And
that.
guess what? The bigger the breakdown, the bigger the breakthrough.
Oh, I hate the breakdown.
Yeah, but you already got past that. Aren't you in the breakthrough?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's celebrate that.
Okay.
All right. So you also... I love it. I love also that you brought in the LGBTQ community.
Of course,
right?
that's my family.
I know, I get it. And so let's talk about like your music. I know it also features like a lot of drag queens, at
Yes.
least in your tours.
Yes. Yes. I've been doing drag for about 2 years before I started pursuing music. And the first thing that I just had in mind for so long was like, I need them to have a stage with me. I need people to see what real entertainment is. Real entertainment is drag queens, is the queer community. We are the base, we are everything when it comes to entertainment. Everyone who gets inspired, yes, Frida! Everyone who gets inspired is always from the queer community, so why not bring it up, show it out, and do it all?
No, I'm sure it's true, man. We can all learn from them. Okay.
Yes.
They're skilled in
They held
every
my
area
hair.
of entertainment when it comes to performing and presentation. Unbelievable. So congratulations on your Borough tour.
Thank you. It's so much fun.
Okay.
Exhausting.
No, of course. I mean, you're performing regularly. Like, how frequently were you performing?
It was once a week, once a week. Sometimes it falls on the weekend, sometimes it falls on the weekdays. Some days, 2 tour days were like 4 days apart. So that gave a taste of like, world touring is like exhausting, but it's more about putting like everything aside, like your personal things aside, and just working. Like, I love working. This is my favorite. Working in pink is my favorite type of working.
Okay, why pink?
It's my comfort color. I do like black because it gives sexy, but pink always makes me feel like, oh, she that girl. She that girl.
She's that girl?
Yeah. If you wear pink, you feel like that girl. You have to see my room.
Okay.
It's all pink.
Yeah, no, I mean, pretty in pink. Ahora, mira.
I like green too, so you already know.
Oh my God.
Period.
Oh yes, let's just flatter each other.
I love it.
Fan.
Oh, I got something for you.
No.
This one's yours.
No.
Yeah, this one's yours.
Yes?
Yes, Mama.
Oh no,
you can clack it with us.
Oh no, you don't understand.
I feel like I do.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
Wait for my
you
Barrio.
got the memo.
I love it. All these lights, you need that.
Okay, I just gotta get it down to the. Okay, man,
Oh,
let me
let me
see.
do it.
Thank you.
Of course, that's for you.
I had to try it out first. You saw that?
Of course, it looks so kind on you. It looks so good.
So I want you to know
Yes.
that I collect fans.
Oh,
Honestly.
you do?
Yes, I collect fans. And when any of my friends travel and family, I always tell them to bring me back a fan. So I have fans from different parts of the world. And now I have a JK fan.
Yeah, and it has the Borough Tour thing in the corner,
Oh,
so you
and
know.
the Borough Tour.
Yes.
Yes,
You are
this
part.
is fly.
Thank you.
Yes.
I designed it
And
myself.
of course, it's pink.
Yes.
Pink.
Yes. It comes in black too, because it's suiting.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
Of course. It
Oh
looks
my
good on you.
goodness. I'm excited.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, let me not give too much away. They have to stay tuned. They have to stay tuned for the rest of the show. Yes. All right. So, anywho, let's talk about the tour because
Yes.
I want. Okay, so you completed this album and then you went and you jumped on. Booking yourself on a local tour. Yeah,
Yes.
but I think that's so cool. And so I want to know what that was like visiting the different boroughs and what the energy was like in the different boroughs.
Oh, well, first of all, it was a lot of work in the sense of emails. Not an email girly, but it was.
What do you mean? It was a lot of work that you were doing your own correspondence?
Yes, I feel like when it comes to like the actual performance, getting ready, put on the geesh, like all of this, this is a walk in the park, isn't
Right.
it? And nothing.
It's all the correspondence.
Yeah, this is day drag. This is fun, but as for the backbone to it, which is promoting, getting the
production
DJs
side of it.
together, everything, making sure everyone's on time, rehearsals. Oh my gosh, I'll do it again, definitely. Bigger team. So anyone wants to be a
all
part,
good.
let me know.
Hey, yeah. Well, look, there you go. You're on
need
the
a
air.
team.
She's extending already. Expanding, I should say. But no, but the beauty is that we just finished having a conversation about being a multi-hyphenate because that's unfortunately. I want to say unfortunately and fortunately because then you get to understand what everybody else's responsibility is so that you know whether they're doing it right or not.
Yeah, and then you still got it's stressing because then you gotta still be, I gotta still be JK and be like, yes, everything's fine, we're good. But I like controlling my destiny and my music, and this is my craft. It means so much to me. It's not like I collect stamps. This is my life. Like I love this so much. So serious cap on when we have to put a serious cap on when it comes to this, but in pink.
Right.
You gotta keep it a little lighthearted on the sisters.
I love it. I love this chat, and I love everything that you shared with us.
Thanks.
And it sounds to me like you're already on your way.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, you're here. You're going to present for us today.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So this is a continuation from your tour.
It is. I'm tired.
Oh, no, not yet.
Get tired.
Not yet. No, get tired after you're done with your performance.
Yes,
here.
I'm good and sweaty right now too. Let's
Oh
go.
my goodness, TMI. And so, what are you going to be presenting for us today?
Today I'm performing Fight For with my lovely dancers Yanni and Emily. It's gonna be so cute. That song represents everything you fight for. We're going through so much in this country. Free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan. You already know, till it's backwards. And also trans rights, all that. We're fighting for it all. And if you're not fighting for anything, you're not doing anything. So keep it going, keep it fighting for what's right. Period.
Nice. And make sure you fight in pink.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, she
in
gets
pink.
it. In
Because,
pink.
yeah, we're going to do it subtly.
Yes, do it in pink. 5-4. In pink.
Looking forward to this. I hope you guys are looking forward to this because I know I am. Stay tuned because JK performs her single 5-4 in pink when we return.
I love
should have went like that.
Yeah, in pink. It's cute. Yes. In pink.
.7% of Bronxites currently experience food insecurity. Meanwhile, instead of these nice, colorful foods, this is the best food that they have access to. If this sounds like you, there are a bunch of resources to get healthy food for free or cheap. If you want to help, you might consider donating or volunteering in one of these places. Community fridges like this one are all over the city and allow New Yorkers to conveniently donate extra food to people who might need it. Go to this link and find your nearest one. Food banks and pop-up events like these provide millions of healthy meals to families in need. These organizations are distributing meals to Bronxites as we speak and are always accepting donations and volunteers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Here now to perform Fight For. Let's give it up for JK.
My pen glides in the book you got for me. Scribbling it, say as you please. I can't explain how I really feel. If what I feel you want to conceal, fight for what you want, but you wanna fight for me. Fight for what you love. Fight for what you love. Fight for what you love. Fight for me. Fight for what you fight for, fight for. Fight for what you fight for, fight for. I feel your pain when you glance back at me. You know, wipe your tears, tell me it's meant to be. Appreciate the little time that we had. We both love, so why you mad? Fight for what I want, but it's not guaranteed. Wishful thinking, it hurts the heart. I won't let it go, 'cause I fight for what I want. Fight for me.
Hey, holla. There you go, everyone. JK, everyone. Once again, Fight For is available on all streaming platforms. For more information, follow her on IG at jkmusic.duh. That is our show today, mi gente. Thanks to all our guests for coming through, to you, our viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of the show, you can check out this episode throughout the weekend and 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. I'm Rena Valentin, and from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, amor. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, mi gente. Fight For. Huepa.
My pen glides in the book you got for me. Scribbling it, say as you please. I can't explain how I really feel. If what I feel you want to conceal, fight for what you want, but you won't fight for me.